waste resources. And actually, there's a website. You guys,
I've called it 3 times.
usually 3 to 5 days, and that's the number we call. If you haven't gone anything, you call our code supervisor.
The code supervisor told me if it's so far off the edge of the road, it becomes
The property owner.
property.
Correct. And then we open the case on the property owner. And we send out
notice
notice.
the property owner, it's not his trash. It's just people randomly dumping, so.
Correct.
You go, St. John's Gregorio, the
Right.
way road going down.
Right.
If you park your car and you look over the side, there's a dump.
Right, okay.
We're talking mountains.
Let me get that information, like if the cross street and the streets.
Because the signs, I lobbied for no jumping at the signs, there's 3 signs that head mountain.
Right.
And it says no trash. So I lobbied for those, so great, put them up.
Right.
But they park, and they dump trash off the side of the road. Whether you have Red Mountain Road, Sage Road, Bend Road, going down.
Right.
You can't, I don't feel that you can put that on the property because.
True, but if you have information, like if you're able to take photos of ice and something like that. Correct, and that's what we need to do.
So, I'm gonna ask a question, and I don't know whether there's an answer to it or not. So in Idaho, I go to Idaho quite often, that hunt up in Idaho.
Right.
They put 40-yard dumpsters on a turnout. And people have trash that you pay to dump their trash.
Right.
But then they put the dumpsters out for people that can't.
So and honestly,
So
that's a
why
wonderful.
not? Because back in the 60s, back in the 70s, you used to be able to go to dump your trash for free.
Right.
Okay, so they go through all of our trash anyway, and we pay to have it done. So why don't they set something, a program up like that?
With that, we can talk to Melissa. That's a great thing, and we can bring that up to Melissa, Chuck Washington's office. We can work with EDA, Economic Development Agency, where they can have funds to bring dumpsters out at these locations, like I said. Because honestly, that's a great freaking. And honestly, because code enforcement doesn't have money to just bring out 40 yards.
Nobody has money. People that are dumping their trash on the side of the road can't.
Correct.
I mean, they're putting food in their children's mouths, you know?
But other departments like the EDA possibly could have resources to do something like that. We just need to bring it up. And I could talk to Melissa to see if she could shoot it up to Chuck or see what resources they are. That's a great idea.
This is easy to dump.
You're right.
Yeah,
I see it all the time in Anthewonga, say yes. I'm out here all the time. And I work before that schedule, so I'm off Friday, Saturday, so it's Monday through Thursday. I mean, yeah, I'm usually in the field.
that routine is just getting full of mattresses.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and it costs like $40 to pay the mattress for the dump.
Yeah, I know.
It's ridiculous. We go to the dump, please.
Right, to Willinger? Yeah. And then also, I would recommend the cleanups. There's cleanups all over. They got the cleanup coming up, like Melissa was talking about. We had one not too long ago at the Bell Vista Library. So if there's any information you guys want, please look at our website. And sometimes we have the dates of cleanup, what's happening, and try to spread the news out there. They use social media. I'm the software that does in the billboard. There's people that maintain the social media stuff. Is there any other questions? Yes.
How often can we get the dumps out here?
The what?
The 40-yard dumpsters, can we get those out here so that?
You mean for the cleanups?
Yeah, for cleanups.
Let me talk with Melissa. I'm not sure.
I've seen them brought out before. It's just been years
Right.
since it's happened. I mean,
So when we have cleanups, that's when we bring out the dumpster.
yeah, the
And we
40
work
yards.
with, it's, what's it, planning department, it's code enforcement, and it's also, EDA, economic development.
Mhm.
They're the ones that usually fork out the money
Mhm.
for the dumpster.
Yeah,
But I can find out and I can get some information for that.
it'd be great.
All right. Yes.
Question. There was these signs that were down below and out here that said, keep safe, clean, dumping type thing. And they were real nice looking signs. And I've seen them down on Depot Road and places like that. And they got flowers or something on it.
Right.
Maybe one thing. Is that code enforcement putting those up?
No, we're not putting up, that's probably, transit would be more transportation department, county Riverside transportation.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know if this is really a problem or not, but it just strikes me as a concern. Are you aware of that huge pallet recycling place that's?
Yes, okay, so Cactus Valley is,
On that?
we actually have a case on the property, yes, and it's like 20 feet high. Yeah, it's right in the corner, you take that dirt road and you run right into it.
Yeah.
So there's several cases on property we are working on, we're trying to work with the owners of the property. There was an inspection that was done last month. So, notices are being sent out, posted, there's a penalties which files the title of property. So we know about it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that 40-acre lot, big house,
Yeah,
a lot of other violations of mobile homes and trailers.
Well, and there's more pallets there than when you see them in the city, and I thought, what a lame place to have that huge fire.
Especially with the, yeah.
Yeah. So it had to come in after that fire because.
Correct, that's when we got our complaint and we went up there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, good.
Yeah, actually, you know, when Patrick Valley, you, the stop sign, you make a right, you go to the, you make a left on the dirt road, take that dirt road all the way up, and it's house.
It's the most enormous.
Yeah, so we are working on it. Any other questions?
No, it's.
Yes.
From the time something's reported to you guys, whether it be grading, lack of grading or squatting trailer on a piece of property or dilapidated RVs, what's the life cycle of what you guys, from the time it's reported to the time you guys do anything about it?
It takes a while. And the reason, okay, so
Why does it take a while?
each officer, we only have 6 officers in our office that covers a large area. We have about 400 cases each or more. And, trying to follow up in 30 days, because when we post a notice of violation for that violation, like we get the complaint, we try to go out there within 3 to 4 days. We issue the notice of violation, then we have to give them 30 days to come in compliance. If they don't come in compliance, we try to do our follow-ups. Our follow-ups are not usually right at that 30-day mark. It can be a little after. Because there are cases that are old cases, thick cases, because they change property owners, so we notice everyone. But if there's a certain case or an area, let us know. You can talk to the supervisor. I can give you more information.
I'm just asking.
It takes some time.
So you said they changed ownership, so why doesn't you, county representative, put a lien against the property that they can't sell it until?
It's either cleaned up or removed. But we do have programs that would help the property owners. Like if you're trying to sell your property and you have that still penalty, you have all this trash, we have programs that can actually assist you. It's called a 5K or business revitalization. It's money that the county has to help property owners like yourself clean up, remove any trash debris free of charge. And what we do, way back in the day, we used to have dumpsters we put it on property. We don't have that money anymore. But this money was given by the board of supervisors. It's a program that you sign a contract, and we would have contractors come out there. They look at it, they give us a quote, and then we'll have contractors clean it up for you. And then they remove all the trash, debris, everything. And then when that is done, we close the case, remove the notice of penalty. And then when you're taking advantage of that program, there's no charge of removing that notice of penalty off your property.
And then who picks up the tab for that, the county?
Yeah, it's a free program. It's a free program that the county.
Go back and do it again.
I know somebody that went through that not too long ago.
Right.
They cleaned everything up over on Santa Ignacio.
Okay. Any other questions, anything?
Your business card work.
It should be, I think I put some in the back. If there's none in the back, I can give you, one right here. And just, here, let me just. Yeah. Please. Yeah. Wrong there. Now, just to let you know, there is another officer that works this area, Thomas Brock. So I work, and then also it depends on your APN. That's how we broke up our cases, okay? So, because I cover Sage, Mount Center, there's a large area, okay? So, anything else?
What are the rules for when people, bring a trailer and just live on property? Is there?
That's what.
And honestly, that's a large issue out in this area, and Thomas Broad is working on that. So it is a violation, it's called ORV, occupied recreational vehicle, you're not able to have it on the property. If it's an undeveloped, it's nothing on property, you can't just bring it in. It's a violation. So what we do, we open up a case and we address it. We address it by sending out notices to the property owner. And honestly, the property owner probably lives somewhere else in a different state, and we're also trying to work with a guy that's, in the motorhome. Now, that code enforcement do not displace people from their homes. So we can't say, hey, you gotta leave, you don't displace people from their homes, okay? So if it's an ORV and they're living there.
I thought you could live as long as you're building.
Now, if you go to building and safety, get permits, and you tell them you actively have current permits, and you're building a structure, there's, exceptions you probably tell them, and I have my trailer here while I'm working and living and securing my property.
Yeah, 'cause
I don't talk to building and safety, okay? Because you have active permits on that property, you're building a house, you have a trailer. You're saying,
Okay, they would not let me do that. My place burned down in the fire. I got a notice within a week and a half to be moved to grief for my property. I was my home. And they did not want me living out in a motorhome on the property, period, even though the only way was if I was security, maybe. Other than that, I was not allowed to
yeah,
live
if you're
on
a
my
victim
property.
of anyone, a victim of the fire, I would definitely talk to, Melissa.
Oh, they know.
They knew
Oh,
about
they,
Oh, trust me, they know.
and honestly, it's your property, you're just trying to do the right thing, you have nowhere else to go.
Squatters can go on my property, but I'm not allowed to live there. I was major kicked off.
I would be too.
I saw
And then
Travis.
Travis Singleton, he's the ombudsman person out of our DNC. And, yeah, so
And Chuck.
he works, correct. Any other questions?
Yeah, we, at our community council meeting, we brought up, the problem, or it's not a problem, I guess, but we're really curious as to what CR and R is happening down here at Tuckahoe Springs. They're bringing trucks in, what,
Every day,
12,
Every
15
day.
trucks a day?
every
And
day.
where's this at?
Right down here at Tuckahoe Springs, right there.
Tuckahoe Creek,
The Greenway stuff.
Oh, there's nothing.
East Bend,
We don't know.
So, on what I recommend,
Here.
I'm not sure, because that could probably Thomas's, case, okay? I don't know if there's an active case. I can get the information, but what I would recommend, go on the website, hey, there's active dumping, large tractor trailers are bringing greenway on this property. Because honestly, we could have our combustible, hazardous material, people come out here and address that. Because honestly, that's a fire. I know.
Sludge.
Okay, sludge. Okay, now sludge would be actually, we would also contact environmental health. Okay, so we work side by side. Now, just to let you know, I'm not here, I'm not an environmental health employee or inspector, but I have been talking to them, and I got some handouts from environmental health. They're actually in the back, so if you guys have any questions in regards to environmental health, please get all the information. I have all the contact numbers, anything about waste or anything.
being with code enforcement,
Yeah,
you're only allowed to move 40 yards of material on your property, right? 40 yards is supposedly what you can move, dirt. These guys are bringing in the trucks by the day, every day,
so
multiple times a day. I mean, we're talking 8, 10, 12 times a day.
that's where, honestly, you would definitely need to apply for a BMP, so there has to be permits. If they're removing that much, or bringing that much, that's stockpiling, and a BMP is the best, management practice. So you have to have something, and if not, we could check it out, and everything. Is there anything else with code enforcement?
Now go ahead, change your.
No, okay, so I'm changing that, environmental health.
Environmental health.
They were shut down.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna forget it, I was watching your first, too.
Okay, so,
I was watching your first.
now, good food does have a higher enforcement team, and you go to the website, and give you that.